Ben, it was a curveball. All right, I'm ready to go. I should stop throwing popcorn. Well, we're in for a big treat today, and hello everyone, and welcome to another 10-10 Wins Small Business Challenge. Yeah, you're right. My name is Rob Walsh, for those who I have not met, and each week I proudly present the bottom line for small business here at 10-10 Wins, and I've been doing this for more than 10 years now, and over 1,200 episodes, which is fantastic. It's what I love to do. Small businesses are clearly the backbone of this city. Approximately 94% of all businesses have fewer than 50 employees. Think about that for a second. What you do out there, whether it's the Bronx or Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, Rockland County, it makes a difference. And one of the things that 10-10 Wins has been doing is making that strong connection for more than 55 years now. And I first began working with 10-10 Wins when I was the Small Business Commissioner working for Mike Bloomberg at the time. Ben and I have worked together through the best of times in New York City and some of the toughest times. After Hurricane Sandy, I reached out to Ben and I asked Ben if he could lend a helping hand and lift some of those small businesses that were impacted by businesses, and I didn't have to finish my sentence. He and the leadership here were there for small businesses. They did it again during the pandemic with a I Believe in New York campaign. He's doing it with this effort. And Ben, you know, I know we kid around a lot, but you deserve a big round of applause for the leadership here at this station. There's nobody else like this. And for 9 years, he has allowed me to put a spotlight on many of you through this program and through the work that we do on a weekly basis. It was 9 years ago when we launched 10-10 Wins Small Business Challenge as another way of highlighting the very best of New York City. And we've had the best of partners. And the best of partners has been the Dime Community Bank, our steadfast partner. Let's say it again, it's Dime Community Bank. Yep. Teaming up with them, Mark Brzezinski, who gives the best tour of this station. What do you think, pretty good? Yeah, Mark, thank you very much for the partnership. It's been remarkable. We have given out, as if today it'll be over $210,000. $210,000. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. This would not be possible without that strong partnership and that leadership at Dime Community Bank. And what I want to do is call up Steve Miley, the Chief Marketing Officer, to talk a little bit about Dime Community Bank. And I guess it would be appropriate, if I'm going to speak to Steve, for me to get set for this interview. Yeah, you have a seat right here. How is this? Does this work?
Looks good on you.
Yes, it does, Ben. It works. Thank you very much, first of all, for what you're doing for small businesses here in New York City. We used to say from Montauk to Manhattan, but we're going to need to change that.
We do. It's from Montauk to Manhattan and beyond now. And the reason is we just opened up, last year we opened up in Staten Island, which was a great opportunity for us to finally check the box. Now we have all the boroughs represented, and we're in all of them successfully. And just last month we opened in Westchester County, and we've expanded there as well. Interestingly enough, Saturday we turned 160 years old.
Yep. Yeah, 160 years old. It's a little older than I am, right? A little older than I am, 160 years old. The president of Mercer University is nodding that you're in Westchester County, so that's a good thing. You and I were talking before about the Dime employees and the volunteer work and the connections to the community. And you mentioned a volunteer program that you have going on in Long Island. Can you?
Yeah, we partner with several nonprofits, and one of those is Habitat for Humanity. And to give you an idea, we have about 900 employees at Dime, and a third of those, over 300 employees, are volunteer employees, which means they've signed up to volunteer and come out whenever we need them to be part of a community program or an effort.
And it seems to be the part of the DNA. You walk into a Dime Community Bank, and immediately there's someone there that's looking you in the eye and saying, "Can I help you?" And that seems to be something that it's a part of the culture of your bank that makes it special.
You know, it is, Mark. It's easy to have the name community in the bank, but to be frank with you, it's our full-time job to live up to that. William Grandy was our founder. You know, we opened our doors in 1864 at the foot of the Williamsburg Bridge. The reason he left his small business that was successful at the time and did that is because businesses that were building this great city couldn't open accounts at other banks. If you were an immigrant or if you were new in the area, you just weren't allowed to. So William said, gosh, for a dime, which is hence our name, you can open an account here and we will support you in the community and as a business. And so we're just the fortunate ones that can carry that torch forward 160 years later.
Dime Community Bank. Let's thank Steve, and we will see him as a judge up here. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Right, you got the hat? There you go. Okay. At our last challenge, which was in December, our winner hailed from the Bronx. I know a little bit about the Bronx. And she is here with us today. Let us bring up our winner, Gina Surfalis from Cooking Cosmetics. Gina, how are you? Good, I'm doing well. Well, you carried the big check home with you the last time.
I did.
How did that work out, putting that big check in at
I got into a cab, and the gentleman, the Uber was like, "You won $10,000."
Get that mic. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Is it on? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I put it in the trunk, and the Uber driver was like, "You won $10,000." I said, "I did." He said, "You're rich." No, not rich, but thank you. And then we took it to a restaurant. They put it in coat check for me.
You're not kidding.
I'm really not kidding. They put it in coat check for me with my coat. And now it's in my room. Just
Ben, I didn't think this conversation was going to go this way, but look. So did you try to cash it?
I did not try to
Okay.
cash it. But I left it out by the Christmas tree until the tree came down in January, because it was truly a gift.
And I'm assuming you got the real check from us, right?
I did get the real check.
Okay.
I did cash that.
All right, so that worked out well. All right, when I was in government, those checks took a little longer. How's business?
Business is great, actually. As I spoke about in my pitch competition, I was able to hire additional consultants. So that's fantastic. We're prepping for our summer programming. I have been invited, I wanted to expand, so I've been invited down to Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill area, where we will be presenting and tabling.
Wait. Say this one more time.
Raleigh, Durham,
No,
Chapel
no,
Hill,
no, no.
North Carolina.
The part about I am expanding.
Expanding. I am
Expanding.
expanding.
This is where the applause sign goes up.
I am expanding.
All right.
So Cooking Cosmetics will be it's a conference, Take No Bull Women's 2024 conference, where we will speak and present our business and hopefully get into the schools in Wake County.
Now, I'm not going to ask you to give you a 90-second pitch again.
Okay.
Okay, but what is Cooking Cosmetics all about?
Cooking Cosmetics educates youth ages 8 to 18 how to use food to be beautiful inside and out. Students learn about the properties and benefits of food, how it works on the inside and on their skin, and they create their own personal care products that they take home and enjoy. We also inspire entrepreneurship. We had the Bronx Times at our Makers Market in March, and they covered our students who were 3rd and 4th graders who created their own beauty companies, and they created their own products, and they sold it at a mock market where their peers shopped and they sold out. And they had such an amazing time. They were able to feel like entrepreneurs at that moment, speak about their product, articulate.
Wow.
They were excited. So
How
this has been
inspiring
an
is that?
amazing opportunity.
And you've met some amazing people along the way.
I've been a judge for an innovation challenge at Manhattan College. I've been a part of their speaker series at Manhattan College. I was on 1010 Wins Bronx Beat Business.
Yeah,
Yeah, had a little radio spot on there.
I didn't get to do the interview.
Had a little radio spot on
They
there.
cut me out, but that's okay. This is what they do.
It's been an amazing opportunity. I
That's
could not
great.
have asked for more. Thank
Any
you.
tips for the finalists?
Uh,
I mean, Ben gave
he
one.
did
What would
gave great. I would say just breathe. You know your business. It's yours. You know it. Just breathe and talk about it like you enjoy it, like it's your passion, because it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, our winner from last time, Gina, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, appreciate it. We ready to begin? Yeah, we ready to begin? Yeah, okay. Well, returning for another challenge, I'm going to invite back on stage Steve Miley. If he's, yeah, here he goes. Let's hear it for Steve Miley, one of our judges. All right? And he's bringing his mic back, thank goodness, because I was wondering what was going to happen without that. Joining Stephen and returning as a judge is the president of Mercy University, not college, university. Susan, congratulations.
Thank you.
2,400 strong and growing, your commencement last time.
Yes, we had 4 graduations 2 weeks ago, and we graduated 2,300 students.
See, I was upping the numbers to 2,400.
Yeah, but I'm honest.
All right, all right. 3 different campuses. What's that like?
So we have a campus in Westchester, in the Bronx, and also in Manhattan. So we are serving the entire region really well with a range of offerings.
And you were telling me about an exciting new undergrad program you have.
Yeah,
Which I think is fabulous. Listen to this.
Yeah, so we're launching in the fall a program we're calling Catalyst, and it's in our Bronx campus. It's for undergraduates who are interested in studying business, social work, or education. And for these students, we have luckily had some wonderful donors who've supported us. So for these students, everything will be included: tuition, lunches, books, fees, computers. So, we're really committed to ensuring that students can transform their lives through education, and we want them to graduate with no debt. So that's what the goal is. So we're really excited. We're starting with a cohort of 60 in the Bronx.
I'm going to say it. Can I say this?
No.
Go Mavericks.
Yes, go
Yeah,
Mavericks.
Go Mavericks. Beautiful campus up at Dobbs Ferry. I've been to the Bronx campus. I haven't been invited to the Manhattan campus yet.
We're
but,
going afterwards, Rob.
we're going afterwards, so here we go. And our third judge didn't have to commute far because she is the person who keeps this neighborhood clean and safe and is filling our storefronts, and our streetscapes look fabulous. This was the old print district for New York City, and it has been energized because of the work that Samara Karasik does as the executive director of the Hudson Square Business Improvement District. Samara, there's a big headquarters opening up down the street from here. Could you tell the audience a little bit about that?
Yeah, you might have heard we have Disney, ABC.
So Mickey
moving
Mouse is
here.
coming to Hudson Square.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we expect them to be fully open in about a year.
Right. And how many are we talking about employees?
Of 4,000 to 5,000 employees plus all the studio
See how she
space.
says 4,000 or 5,000 employees? That's pretty good. I'll take 4,000
I
or
also worked
5,000
for
employees.
government,
Yeah.
so you know.
Yeah. For those who are not familiar with the work of business improvement districts, can you tell them a little bit about the day in the life of?
Okay, so there are 76 business improvement districts in New York City. I am one of them. We all have a geographic area that we cover. So you are in Hudson Square, and our boundaries are Canal Street in the south, 6th Avenue in the east, Clarkson Street in the north, and West Street in the west. And within that area, we were actually formed specifically to do streetscape plans, making our streets for people, because we're the former printing district, and so our buildings are very large, very big footprints. They're about a whole block, wide and long. And they have loading docks for trucks. And so our streets were really made to move goods through trucks, but not for the many people that work here, because we have about 60,000 people that work here in our commercial buildings. Not just Disney, but we have a lot of Google people here. We have a ton of creative industries and life sciences companies here. Of course, we have Odyssey here, which is amazing. They've been here for over a decade. So we have a lot of really wonderful creative people in the neighborhood, and we want them to share that creativity on the street with each other to build a community where people want to spend time. So our first 10 years, we were formed in 2009. We put in our own money with the city. It was a $27 million streetscape plan, and we built open spaces. We rebuilt all of Hudson Street, which you're on here today, for 7 blocks between Canal and Houston, with a bike lane, wider sidewalks, tons of plants, tons of greenery. We planted or retrofitted more than 500 trees. I'll stop there. But we're really building upon that with our next 10-year plan. We need to do something about Canal Street. We want to build more park space. We're working on a new plaza in the north side of the neighborhood.
When you finish that, I want you to come up to 161st Street and rebuild that for us up in the.
Well, Trey's doing an amazing job up there.
Yeah. Okay, so.
He's my colleague.
Welcome and thank you, judges. Given the talent of these finalists, you're going to have a tough choice again, a tough one. Samara, welcome. This is great. We have our 5 finalists, and let me ask you a question. Are the finalists ready? Yeah, we're ready to go. All right, our first finalist. All right, let's hear it. First up, hailing from Queens and now Brooklyn, Nourish Spot has been providing healthy food and beverage options to the neighborhood it serves. Let's find out more from Dawn Kelly.
Very much. Thank you very much. I am Dawn Kelly, founder and CEO of the Nourish Spot. So imagine scorching summer day, and children are looking for something to drink and eat. I'm not sure if you all know, but in New York City, 1 in 4 children are grappling with food insecurity. At the Nourish Spot, we're a wellness cafe. We provide customized fruits and vegetables that people can make into smoothies and juice and wraps and salads and so forth. And so what we are advocating for, and what we would use the $10,000 for if chosen, is we would provide smoothies and juices and wraps to migrant and underserved children that live in the food deserts across New York City, specifically in Southeast Jamaica, Queens, where I'm from and where the first Nourish Spot was born, and in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. We currently already work with schools, and so we'll be able to partner with them to make sure the children are aware and their families are aware of the opportunity and the initiative. And we also have a partnership with an organization called CR Partnership in Jamaica, Queens. We've been giving out coats and food to kids like every winter. And so we're thinking that for the summer would be a great opportunity. So come, let us nourish these children together.
And congratulations on your recent expansion. Yeah. Who wants to kick us off as the judges? Questions?
All right, I'll go first. So fantastic program that you're bringing to schools and that you're bringing to these kids, and it's such a needed service and solution. The question becomes, you know, if you win, right, and you know, a lot of great contestants today, if you were to win and you get the $10,000, how do you manage expansion? Because I mean, obviously you want to help, and you want to help a lot of kids. I mean, how do you keep kind of a controlled expansion as you do that and reach more and more?
Well, the whole idea is to extend or leverage our already established relationships with nonprofits in the community. So we work with Queens Community House, we work with the schools, Voyagers Academy, and CN Partnership, as I mentioned, and they actually are interacting with the kids every single day. And so they know us well because we already provide them with food. And so this is just a natural extension of what we'll be doing, and it'll help us expand into more areas. And I also want to say this, in Jamaica, Queens, we have some of the biggest homeless shelters, as well as some of the migrant centers where the people are being housed.
Follow-up questions?
How would you, not on, hello, how would you decide how to allocate the $10,000 among all of the many organizations that you work with to maximize your impact?
Well, I mentioned 3, and so what we were thinking about doing is that I would put like a $2,500 allocation to each one of the groups, okay? And then the rest of the money we'll use to get inventory and more cups and things of that nature.
Thank you so much for your pitch. I think food insecurity is a crucial problem for us to address, and I love the work you're doing. What's the long-term dream? Maybe in 5 years, where do you want your business to be?
Well, the long-term dream for the Nourish Spot is ubiquitous. I would like to see the Nourish Spot in every borough of New York City, and hopefully one day all around the world.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great,
Thank you
great
so
work.
much.
Thank you.
Great work. Dawn, thank you for all you do for the city of New York. Appreciate it. Okay. Our next finalist recently opened up a new brick and mortar business on City Island. The first Pilates Reformer studio in the Bronx, and the first to offer prenatal classes for women who are expecting. The owner of the Pearl, Wendy Clark.
Can you hear me? Okay.
We
There we
can.
go. Hi, I'm Wendy Yang Clark. I'm the owner of the Pearl, recently opened on City Island. In the Bronx, a seaside town, we are the first Pilates Reformer studio in the borough. We are also offering the first weekly scheduled perinatal yoga classes. We have discounted classes for seniors, as well as a weekly free community bilingual English-Spanish yoga class. So aside from offering regular yoga classes and Pilates classes, we have all of these community offerings. My mission is simple, and it's to provide a space for people that they feel welcome and a space that nurtures physical and mental well-being. You know, we're New Yorkers, our lives move incredibly quickly, and I saw the need for a space for Bronxites to exhale, to take a beat away from the fast pace of city life, because Bronx County ranks the lowest in New York State for health. Like we just talked about, food insecurity, air pollution, lack of access to care, all of these things negatively impact the health, quality of life, and length of life for Bronx residents. So, you know, what I'm trying to do is bring something to people that they don't have. And I've had a lot of really wonderful response already from people in the borough thanking us for bringing something like this to somewhere that they can access, you know, to say like, oh, now I don't have to go to Westchester. Now I don't have to go into Brooklyn, into Manhattan.
Finish your thought.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you know, thanks for this opportunity. And with grant money from 1010 Wins, we would have the opportunity to do so many things like expand our community class options, lead informational birthing workshops to support maternal health. And there's a space next door to the studio that we would love to turn into a green market.
There we go. Okay, who wants to
Thank
kick us
you.
off?
Okay, well, I have to say, I do Pilates in a very small studio in Brooklyn, and so I see the value of that. I'm curious, how many people are using this studio sort of more regularly, either over the course of a week or over the course of a month? Like, what's your impact
Sure.
so far, and where do you want it to grow to?
Yeah, well, right now, we've only been open a month. Right now, we have like around 80 monthly members and another 40 people who have class packs who are coming in for drop-in classes, who are trying it out for the first time. And with our community classes, we're doing one community class a week that has a capacity of 12. What we would love to do is partner with the Parks Department and have those community classes on Orchard Beach, where we could have a class with 100 people, 200 people.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So I'll ask the same question
Sure.
in terms of, you know, you've only been open, you said, for a month,
Mhm.
which is just, you know, very exciting to have you with us. Where do you hope to be in 5 years?
Mhm. I mean, in 5 years, sort of the possibilities are endless. Having been open only a month, I'm interested to see how things are moving along. Is it that we remain this small community studio with offerings for larger groups in public spaces, or are we expanding? It's all a question of what feels right for myself, for my awesome staff of teachers, and for the community. What are people looking for? And, being the first reformer studio and the first perinatal studio in the borough, I imagine that others will soon follow suit. I don't imagine myself being the only Pilates studio in the Bronx for very long.
All right. So I guess my question would be, obviously, Pilates in the Bronx, right? This is new. Not necessarily for Mark. You see the results that Pilates has had on Rob Walsh here, but I think the opportunity is great. But I think it takes a lot of education, right? I think this is a new opportunity for people in the Bronx, and I think that you've come into a borough that is welcoming, but also it's going to take a lot of education, right? It's going to get a lot of people just don't know.
As far as educating the consumer as to what it is.
Educating the consumer, and then obviously creating memberships, things of that nature. So for $10,000, does that money go into that community education to grow your audience, or kind of where are you thinking that heads?
Sort of. I mean, you would be surprised. Actually, the people are very excited about the Pilates reformers. A lot of people know what they are, or they've seen them, or they've seen it on TV. And when you see the machine, a lot of people are sort of like, oh, is that a torture device? What is it? But when you try it, you lay down on it, you put your feet on the foot bar, your arms go in the straps, you pull, and it feels really good on your body. Almost immediately, you can feel, some sort of like physical gratification. And people walking down the street come in, poke their head in, like, what is that? And I throw them on the machine. They love it and they want to try it. So actually, that part of it, educating the consumer, is not my biggest obstacle. People are excited about it and they want to get into it.
I think you need to get Rob on a reformer.
I would love to get Rob on a reformer.
We
He
want
does
pictures
spend a lot
of
of time in the Bronx.
Why have folks turned on the host?
You're going to love it.
Yeah. I like that bell. That's great.
Thank you so much.
What scares me is the word you use. You said throw them on the machine.
I just gently throw them on.
Oh, okay, that's a little bit better.
But it's padded, so you land with a soft thud.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's nice to see another small business open up in our city. And yes? Yeah, okay. All right.
Thank you so much.
Good luck. You bet. I got to watch these judges here. Okay? All right. Are we ready for our third finalist? Yes, we are. This is a tough one. The trio of Brianna, Donna, and Kerry Cooney, right, have developed not one, not two, but over 50 delicious flavors of popcorn. And along the way, supporting nonprofit organizations with fundraising efforts from Rockland County and beyond. Let's welcome Kerry Cooney.
Oh, let me adjust this. Thank you very much for having us. Who here loves popcorn? What's your favorite flavor? Caramel? Maybe butter? How about bourbon popcorn? Or maybe Oreo? Or Buffalo Breath? That's what we do at Bremery Gourmet Popcorn. We love to make popcorn fun and delicious. My daughter Brianna graduated from Quinnipiac University at the end of 2021 when COVID was just ending, and we all know how hard it was to get a job. She wanted to work close to home. We put our brains together and we came up with the idea of gourmet popcorn. We just celebrated our second anniversary on May 16th of our brick and mortar shop in Blauvelt, New York. You can find us on bremerypopcorn.com. We're in New York rest stops. We're in Grand Central Station and a lot of gourmet shops in Rockland and Bergen. But our most passionate thing is fundraising. And what that means is we offer to nonprofit organizations, schools, sports teams, the opportunity to sell our popcorn. We give them an online store, an online link, and they sell the popcorn, and we do the rest. We cook it, we package it, we ship it right to the end user, and they get a check for 50% of the sales. How cool is that? I'd like to thank Dime Community Bank and 1010 Wins for allowing us to be here today. And if given the opportunity, we hope that you guys can help us expand our fundraising footprint from the tri-state area to hopefully the Northeast and beyond, and allow many more nonprofit organizations raise funds for their cause. I'm proud to say in the past 2 years, we have given back over $150,000 to organizations for their causes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Kerry, thank you very much.
So I'm curious, how long have you been in business, and what is the greatest challenge that you face in terms of growing your business?
Okay, so our store is 2 years old. My daughter Brianna started the LLC in November of 2021. So just a bit over 2.5 years. But like I said, the store and the website just opened up May 16th. The biggest challenge really is, obviously, I think we all know prices have gone through the roof. So our supply chain has been a bit tricky. So we're trying to find better sourcing and ways to cut our costs so we can still sell the product at a reasonable price. Thanks.
Where do you do your packaging?
Okay, great question. So we have a storefront where we do all of our cooking, and last year we expanded to another building right next door where we do the packaging and we store our inventory, and when we have our offices and stuff where we do our sales. But it's all in Blauvelt, Rockland County, New York, just over the Tappan Zee Bridge.
And what's your product? How much product are you moving right now? I'm trying to understand sort of like where you are and where you're looking to go.
Sure. So in our first year, we had about $130,000 in sales. Last year was about $260,000. And again, we gave back $150,000. So most of our sales right now, 80% of our business is in the fundraising. So that's sort of cyclical, the beginning of school, Christmas time, each time a sports season starts. Summer's just kind of slow for us. But we're having steady growth, and we're looking forward to hopefully expanding the fundraising division, and then we're going to start focusing on the wholesale side.
So just one follow-up.
Yes,
I want to
absolutely.
understand the model. So as a nonprofit, if I wanted to do a fundraiser,
Right.
I would go on your website, which I checked out,
Yep.
decide how much I want to sell, and then how does that work exactly? Like,
Okay.
how do I pay for that? How do I get the money back?
You don't pay for anything. We set up an online store for you. Say you're a library. We've done a couple libraries. We set up a store. Or if it's a sports team, because there's two models, each player on the team will get their own link. Then they send it out to mom, dad, grandma. Hey, buy popcorn for my basketball team. Or hey, support the library. They sell it virtually online. We get that. We package it, ship it directly to the end purchaser, and we send the check to the nonprofit organization. So literally the only thing they have to do to make this money is get their link, send it out to as many people as they can, and say, hey, please support us by purchasing this popcorn.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. One more question?
Yeah, all right. So 50 flavors, that's a good start. I mean, come on. I can think of 100, but here's my question. In all seriousness, scale, right? And as you've been discussing with us, a lot of times as companies start off, and the absolute best intention and the absolute wonderful work you're doing with nonprofits is fantastic, and we applaud you for that. As you're scaling up and as you're building your business, how do you keep that a core practice, right? Because it's easy to start to lose sight of supporting nonprofits and supporting charitable giving when you're growing quickly, and I'm not saying that $10,000 is going to completely change your world, but it can help and it can open a door, and sometimes you step through that door and all of a sudden now you're on demand, and so how do you keep it at the core of what you do?
So, like I said, it's 80% of our business. What we do is we have the samples I'll give out in a minute. We sell that at $10 at our store, but when we do it through fundraising, it's $13. So when we give back our money, we're still getting the same margins as wholesale. So because of that, we're very passionate about fundraising. Thank you. So I do have samples, if that's okay, to give these out to you. Oreos.
There you go. There you go.
The bourbon, non-alcoholic, but bourbon flavor. And Celtic Puffs. These are actually non-popcorn.
Celtic Puff Oreo, Tutti Frutti, did I see? And he's going to come up with 50 more flavors. Go ahead, Steve, let's do it.
We do have samples that everyone can have after.
Okay.
Or I could do it now, but we'll keep on going.
Either way. Great job. What a great presentation. Thank you. All right. We're on to the fourth. It's the only Spanish language bookstore in our city, serving as a growing educational and cultural hub for immigrants and Spanish language learners. This Jackson Heights nonprofit is bridging an important gap and has plans to do so much more. Let's find out more from Paula Ortiz.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, judges, representatives. Thank you, Tenton Wins. My name is Paula Ortiz, and I'm the proud owner of Librería Barco de Papel Comunitaria, a social enterprise run completely by volunteers and the last Spanish bookstore in the city. So let me tell you a little bit about how, and in the daytime, I'm a biology teacher in the South Bronx, very close to your campus. So let me tell you a little bit about how I started with Barco de Papel. So in 2003, I started as a volunteer running the cultural programming that is now the not-for-profit arm of the bookstore. Barco de Papel offers a free cultural space for the community and also for local and international writers to showcase their work. We don't just focus in bestsellers. We have a vast inventory of Spanish literature. And we offer an expertise that not even Amazon can offer to their customers. When I took ownership in 2020, I became the owner of Barco de Papel. Since then, I've been working on modernizing and developing a sustainable growth plan. What does it mean? Improving our space. Just so you know, we run in what it used to be a garage. And the idea is that we are going to improve visibility, pedestrian visibility, and also capacity, participant capacity for our events at the store. If I get this $10,000 grant, I will be able to work in a couple of things. One, to improving our space. We partnered with a company, a pro bono architectural company that redesigned our facade. Let me finish. And then I will be able to work in our marketing plan, roll out that plan, to be able to expand our online presence that we don't have right now, to be able to reach the 2 million readers in New York and the 48 million in the United States.
Great, thank you. Wow, great job.
Okay, wow, impressive, I have to tell you. And you've owned this since 2020?
Yes, but I've been there since 2003.
You've been there since 2003. Yes. Excellent. So obviously New York is a very large Latin community, right? You know, everything from Washington Heights out to the boroughs and beyond. What is your plan as you support from Jackson Heights forward? How do you support the rest of New York before you even go maybe online presence? How do you reach the boroughs? How do you reach the others that are looking for a wonderful opportunity that you have?
So we have been, we were known for our readings, and we're known for the space that we offer. So we have been working with Facebook and all kind of like versions of, let's say, this new social media trend, because some of our customers are people that don't use Instagram and all that. So we're working on that. We also have been doing the word to mouth because we've been there for so long. So I think the fact that we've been there for 21 years, that say that we have some sort of a stability. We've been reaching out to other not-for-profit organizations from the borough to be able to bring and host events. We have worked with city committee, Flushing Town Hall, to be able to expand and do networking in there. So we're trying to work, and that's actually what we're trying to do with our marketing strategy, is to be able to reach out to those that sometimes, because our facade is very close still, don't even know that we exist. Even people from our own neighborhood don't even know that we're still there, and we've been there for 21 years.
Great, thank you.
Is that over there, that's a rendering of the work that you would do on the space?
Yes.
So $10,000 is a nice amount of money, but to do physical work on a space and launch a marketing plan, I'm wondering how you will match the $10,000. Like, what other funding do you have to accomplish these goals? Because it's not enough to get you there on its own.
That's true. So what we're going to do with the grant, if we get it, is we're going to start our marketing strategy to start the campaign. We were lucky enough to be having Pentagram, Van Allen Institute, help us to get a grant, and through that grant, we got Pentagram to design our new identity logo that is coming very soon. So we will be able to start with that money to start selling, sending the postcards and kind of start printing the posters so people see the same diagrams that you see here and pictures, how it'll look like. So we can have donations that are coming directly through QuickPay or Zelle. And then also we will reach out to those organizations that are willing architectural designs. Actually, one of our volunteers, Emily is right there, has been working on that, helping us to find donors, architectural companies, architectural schools that have people that is willing to donate. So this is just the beginning of that. But our hope is that we will be able to have and expand, because we have a room that is only for 35 people for the events. So we want to be able to have, yes, the sales of the books, but we want people to stay there to read and to share what they do, the written work, excuse me.
I'm going to ask a question that might be a little self-serving. Mercy University has been a Hispanic serving institution for more than 25 years, and I'm wondering if you are open to partnerships with schools, colleges, because you're a focus on ensuring that the Latino community has access to great literature, and showcasing Latino writers is critically important to our communities across all of New York. Is this something that you've explored in the past?
We'll be working on that. We have partnered with actually schools around our neighborhood, but we would love to be able to actually go even to their places and be able to, and we did that a couple of years ago too. We've been trying to pass that and bring the authors to their colleges or universities and being able to share the written word in Spanish.
It sounds like Mercy University is opening up a 4th campus.
Well, I have a small space at Old Garage, but I will be more than happy to offer. I don't know how many students you can fit in there, but you're more than
Westchester,
welcome.
Manhattan,
Yes.
the Bronx, Queen. Okay.
But I
all
will
right.
come to you. I
There you go.
promise. All right.
All right, well,
Thank
here we go. This is what it's all about. Our winner last time talked about connections. Here we go. All right. Mercy University in Jackson Heights. All right. After a big victory, our next finalist, a big victory in the popular Food Network Cupcake Wars. It made sense to take the big leap and open up shop for cupcakes, cookies, and desserts that have a Latino Caribbean flavor. Let's welcome Huáscar Aquino of Huáscar and Company Bake Shop. And I see some of your stuff here, which is wonderful, by the way. There's a special cookie for you. Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the Dominican Republic right now.
Where are you going?
To the Dominican Republic.
Okay, I'm ready.
Wait, you don't need a passport or plane ticket. You just have to take one bite of our mango passion fruit cheesecake. Or just take home a beautiful Dominican cake for someone special. Wow. These are some of the sweets that we make every day at Huáscar and Company Bake Shop. I am Huáscar, the chef and owner. I opened my bakery in 2013 after winning Food Network Cupcake Wars. We have received great reviews from the New York Times and other publications. We have taken part in corporate campaigns like Jack Daniels, Turno 7, but I'm ready to take it to the next level. I'm talking about creating a bridge to the Caribbean with sweets. My vision is to make us the gourmet tropical dessert destination. I'm talking about engaging with our community even more, like when we go to schools on career days to inspire children to become pastry chefs. The $10,000 will help us to create a strong marketing plan to elevate our brands, enhance our social media presence, also partner up with some local organizations to create some buzz around our new menu as well. In the Dominican Republic, we greet our friends with "Que lo que?" or "What's up?" At the bakery, we greet our customer with "Que lo que?" and that's what's up. Thank you so much.
Look at that. Huáscar, the stuff over here keeps calling me over, all right? So after this is all over, if I have a little chocolate, well, never mind. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I'm curious. When I looked at your website, you have so many cakes like so many products, cakes, cookies, all of that. So how many people do you employ? Where are you looking to scale? Like, I'm trying to understand what the general direction is you're going in. I can't tell how you do everything you do already.
That's a great question. We are 6 employees right now, and that's one of the biggest challenges. Our space is very small. It's only 284 square feet in Hell's Kitchen. And we have over 70 products. And as you see on the website, we do a lot of custom cakes. So that's one thing that we look into. Our lease is coming up soon in a couple of years. So we're already thinking we need a bigger space because we falling short. That's, we trying to move, stay in the neighborhood and to move a bigger space. That's one of the.
Wow. Rob, is that chocolate on? Is that your? All right.
Well, I knew this was going to
So,
happen.
so, beautiful products, and again, looking at your website, I mean, you just want to order everything. Here's my question. These are really beautiful gourmet baked products, right? And from the cake to the cupcakes and everything else. In this economy, are you finding it difficult? I mean, I know people enjoy cupcakes and things like that, but in this economy where like a luxury item or a gourmet item may not be as important right now, right? How are you looking to not only maintain your current level of production and sales, but how are you looking to scale that? I mean, obviously, in a different economy, it's a little easier, right? But right now, how is that affecting you, and how are you really working to not only maintain where you're at today, but expand?
Well, we always trying to find creative ways, or try not to raise the price too much. Like the lady mentioned, everything's going to the roof, and some ingredients have gone like 20% more. And obviously, we cannot raise the price of a single product 20%. So we always trying to economize. For example, when we made the cupcakes, you take the center out to put the filling. That center, we use it for something else, which is become another product that we can sell. It's very low, so we can balance that out. And that way, we do a lot of creative things around the bakery. Yeah.
Reuse, yeah. So you buy bags of those?
No, but if you see it, you won't think it's the inside of another cupcake.
And then I do my Pilates.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting.
That's why I do my Pilates. Because I eat a lot of cupcakes.
So thank you for your presentation, and I was admiring your cakes earlier.
Thank you.
I think it's a great problem to have that you're growing out of your space, right? I mean, that's the problem that every small business owner wants to have. And how specifically will this $10,000 help you with this effort? Because you've been in business for a while. I mean, you've certainly demonstrated you have the customers to be successful. So what will the $10,000 mean to you?
Well, the 10,000 at this point mainly is, like I said, our lease is coming up in a couple of years, and it's to create more marketing. I ran a little experiment like last year. I had a social media manager for a few months, but I only keep it up for a few months because it's an expensive thing to do. And we did I grow. So after that, I said we probably gonna have to invest more money in marketing. That way we grow more sales, and we be more like secure to move without being feared that we're gonna fail. Because bigger space is bigger rent and bigger everything. So that's.
Thank you. Our 5 finalists, unbelievable. Thank you very much, unbelievable. All right. I'm about to bring the judges backstage for them to make a decision. I just referee, by the way. So to the finalists, it's their fault if you didn't.
He's going to eat all the cupcakes. That's what's going to happen.
Mark, who picked these judges? Before we do this, though, we have a little fun for the audience. Under one of your seats is tickets to Wicked. Yes, it is. And we had one guy, I'm not going to mention who it was, who tore up the chair last year. So somebody has an envelope, and it is, oh my goodness, it's Winston Peters. He has tickets to Wicked. Oh, look at that. How about that, huh?
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You're a winner. Now we need to go pick another winner. I'm going to pass the baton to my good friend and colleague, Mark Basinski, who puts this all together. Let's have a big round for Mark and our finalists. We'll be right back.
On behalf of all of our finalists, phenomenal job. I got to tell you, I would not want to be one of the judges right now, because what a decision they're going to have. We want to thank all of you for your time, your talents, and your energies. And most importantly, we want to thank you for what you're doing in your community to make a positive difference. As I often say, we reflect on all the great memories we enjoyed today, and we look forward to the future, because clearly the best is yet to come. And I'm a firm believer, after hearing your stories, the best is yet to come for all of your businesses. Congratulations. I'm going to join the judges in the green room to get their deliberation and their decisions, and we'll be right back with the awards. Thanks again for being here, and thanks again for listening to 1010 Wins. As we say, you give us 22 minutes. Thank you.
Would you like to say a few words about what you told me in the back room with the 5 finalists?
Sure, Rob. First and foremost, Rob and I were arguing that there's actually 125 flavors of popcorn we'd like to see, and that he called dibs on the cake. So I think he's got a little competition over here. Yeah, so, you know, when we were back deliberating, it's very interesting to me because one common thread, I mean, there were several, right, and we all agree with that, everything from your incredible passion to everything you were doing. But one thing that resonated with me that we started thinking about, and I started thinking about, and then I made a comment, now Rob's calling me on it, is you all really, at your core, could use some help with social media. I know it's expensive. I know that because every year I get to put that in my budget, and it's like, oh, you need to do it, right? If you're not out on social media, it's going to kill you. And if you're not on social media in the right ways, it's going to kill you. What I'm offering is for all 5 finalists to contact me, and I will set you up with my social media team at Dime, and we will provide some consulting for you.
Go ahead, call it out. The bookstore, yes. Paula. I don't have,
Awesome. We love
okay. And followed by cupcakes, is that correct? Waskar. All right, we have our 5 finalists here, and I'm going to ask Samara to give us the news.
Okay.
Can we have a drum roll here in the back in the control room? The winner.
The winner is Librería Barco de Papel Comunitaria. You guys were all amazing. It was really, really hard.
I promise that I wasn't going to cry. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, all of you.
Mom, can I keep this? So I can go home.
Oh, yeah, that room.
Oh, yeah, I can have it.
Mark
Thank
says
you.
Mark says you can't keep it. Ben says you can keep the check, but you can't keep my head.
All right, that's fine. I can ask
Would you
Dila
like to
make
say a few words?
Yes, actually, I do know that all of us were great proposals, and I hope that sometime you come to the store, and if it is any time, any way that you can do and showcase your work, it's not just limited to writers. It's open to any type of proposal for the community. I've been in that community. Jackson Heights is a wonderful community. Come visit us. I know the Bronx is really cool too. I work there. But I think that sometimes, time, 21 years has been a long time. But every time that I get an opportunity to see all the work that other not-for-profits in business are doing, I feel the motivation. I go to the South Bronx every morning, happy to come back in the afternoon to be at the bookstore and help my community. So thank you so much. Thank you.
By the way, you could check this in at the coat check at the restaurant when you go out for a victory drink. They'll just take it. They'll just take it at the coat check and just check it in for you.
You will
Okay.
hear this story next year then.
Yeah.
I don't know if my story is going to be as cool as yours, but let's see what happens next year.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our winner. Let's hear it for our finalist. All right. And I have a bunch of thank yous to make. One to the finalists, to our judges. Let's hear it for our 3 judges and the remarkable job that they have done. You can't see them, but they do a great job in the back, and that is the control room. Steve and others in the back, thank you very much. Let's hear it for them. All right. To the 1010 Wins family, and they truly are a family to me and so many other New Yorkers. Thank you very much for all your help, Ben, Mark, and so many others that are part of this special effort. We're going to continue this effort. There's a reason we do this. What you just did up here is pretty darn special, and it's going to help so many small businesses. Steve, thank you very much, Dime Community Bank, especially for what you did tonight. Everybody's a winner, right? Everybody's a winner. Everyone came out with something special here. And Winston, I can't wait to go to the theater with you next week. No, I'm kidding. But this is terrific. When's our next challenge?
September,
Neighborhood Spotlight. We will be doing it in a place called the Bronx, I heard. That's what I heard, which is great news. Look at that. Luis Garcia is smiling. He loves that news. Let's enjoy some popcorn.
Absolutely.
Let's enjoy some cupcakes and cookies and things like that. Hell's Kitchen. Where are we on Hell's Kitchen? 54th Street between 9th and 10th.
Some business cards there and also coupons.
Okay. And then after that, Wendy is going to throw me on the Pilates machine at her new business up in City Island. Did you say throw? Yes. Okay. Enjoy the evening. This has been great. Thank you.
That's why I'm working with Bristol-Myers Squibb to raise awareness about HCM and to help others like me. Talk to your cardiologist today and visit hcmrealtalk.com to learn more.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb.
Hi, honey. Happy first day back at work. Can't wait to see you tonight. We are so proud of you.
Daddy, love you.
There are many reasons to start recovery. If you or someone you love is struggling with addiction, we are here to help. Call us. Our trained counselors are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to help. Your recovery is within reach. Call 844-REACH-NJ to learn about medication that can support your recovery. A message from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
Wins News Time 5:15. Down in Florida, cops had to rescue a poor pup left locked inside a hot U-Haul truck, Wins family, in nearly 90-degree weather. And the owners, oh, they're out there frolicking in the breeze. This is New Smyrna. They're having a wonderful time. The dog sitting in the truck going, arf, arf, dog on it, come and open the door. The police department wrote on Facebook the dog was spotted in the truck, the window cracked ever so slightly, and on a cloudless 86-degree day, which anybody been in Florida or anywhere for that matter, when it's 86 outside, it's 90 plus or more inside. Oh, it's crazy inside the vehicle, the heat. The dog was in there for nearly an hour, they say, without any water. A video posted on social shows officers sneaking water and snack through the cracked window, and the pup is seen heavily panting. It's unclear exactly how, but police were able to safely remove the pooch from the U-Haul and brought it in for treatment. Police say they're looking to charge the dog owners. We have some ideas. Then we had that wow story out of Minneapolis today. There's a fraud trial going on in which 7 people are charged with stealing more than $40 million from a program meant to feed children during the pandemic. So listen to this. There's actually 70 people charged in all in this huge $250 million pandemic fraud scheme, right? But these 7 are the first to go to trial. Well, it got underway in April, but apparently a juror, yes, a juror, revealed yesterday somebody dropped a bag with $120,000 in cash at her doorstep. Yes, they did. And offered to give her even more money if she would vote to acquit the 7 on trial. So much corruption. No surprise here that the juror was dismissed, it says, like they even needed to tell us that, right? A prosecutor called it completely beyond the pale, outrageous behavior, and stuff that happens in mob movies. This is just crazy. Meantime, some heated exchanges going on Capitol Hill today as Attorney General Merrick Garland fired back at House Republicans, saying he won't be intimidated by what he called unprecedented attacks on the DOJ.
He testified before the House Judiciary Committee, the very committee